everybody, Ben here. It's Wednesday, it's WIP Wednesday. So every week we get together and we have a look at all the awesome hobby bits and bobs you guys have been doing. So we're still a little bit behind, but we are within 20 emails by the time we should have finished today's episode, which is wicked. So if you want to share what you're working on, whether you're just starting out, whether you're coming back after 100 years, whether you're just plugging on or starting a new project, we want to see what you're working on because it helps, honestly, trick us all into buying more things and trying more things. And that is a huge, huge benefit. Now, I got my new printer and I have been printing all of the things. It is a bad idea. Tiff doesn't even know the half of it. She is listening in, so I'm going to get in trouble at the end of this episode, I'm sure. But so many spaceships, so many 10mm stuff. We got to play around. You guys may have seen the video of this by now with the Kickstarter that's going on at the moment from Impact Miniatures as well, which is pretty wicked. So check out that Kickstarter if you've got a printer. Anyway, got that. Got some Age of Sigmar and some Warcry stuff on the brew as well. Things are good. We're into the hobby zone. And of course, I've been filming and editing the Bonehead Championship, which goes live on Saturday if you're a Patreon, or Sunday for everybody else. Please get your predictions in now. I am so looking forward to the Viewer Championship. We've got over 200 score predictions already. So win some points, win some prizes, get involved. I'm so excited for it. Anyway, talking of being excited, let's go see what you guys have been working on and see if we can trick me into buying anything. First up, we've got Stephen Knowles. Long time no see, Bens. As my mum says, life comes in threes. So I didn't just get married. Stephen did get married. Congratulations. I think we said that last week or on the podcast, but congratulations, Stephen. I also changed my job and bought my first house with my lovely wife. Stephen, absolutely knocking it out of the park, dude. She appreciated the shout out last week, by the way. So this week's hobby, apart from setting up the Wi-Fi, dude, that's the worst bit about moving house, isn't it? I've set up my hobby station. Very simple, but it's much better. Natural light and is no longer the dining table. That is going to go down a treat. Look at that. Got the hobby station set up, and yeah, that's a lovely little view. I am very excited by this big pile of loot at the bottom there, Stephen. Excited and not surprised. We've seen some of these in progress, which is wicked. No, congratulations. Nothing better than new hobby spot. Nothing better at all. Okay, next up we have got Stuart Stevenson. Let me just reset the zoom on that one. Hey Ben, hope you're well. Last week's WIP Wednesday encouraged me to finish the bases of my latest project, a Chaos Dwarf team based on a recent Artisan Guild Patreon release. Artisan Guild do some cool stuff. I've now got a 17 finish with the next 4 hidden behind for a full team. I've also included an extra shot of the reverse enslaved Minotaur I've been sculpting around some ogre parts. That's cool. Does it still count for ogrest? Absolutely does. He's half bull, half man, but not in the usual way. Hopefully I'll have a full team to show in the not too distant future. All the best and can't wait to see all the great work going into the games being filmed. Stu. Wicked. This team is brilliant. So these at the back here are the Artisan Guild things. Looks like, is it weapon snips or alternate hands? Why do they not give alternate hands for everything? Just replace the hand. Then you can count it as two models when you're giving out the STLs. These little hobgoblin dudes, they are the new, I don't know what they're called, little shivers or something from the new Age of Sigmar land. I've got some swamp boys here as well, ready to build later while we're doing the podcast. That is a wicked team. Those goblins work really, really well. At Artisan Guild, that's where I got my troll for the Black Orc team. That is looking very wicked, and this is a brilliant idea. I mean, that shows Shrek. Absolutely awesome. That's really clever. Andrew Harper says, hey Ben, this week I've been working on a proof of concept for my ogre team. But first I have some great news. Going into the final week of my first ever Blood Bowl League, my Underworld team is currently ranked 2nd, and I'm guaranteed a place in the playoffs. So far, it's been a ton of fun, even when the dice don't seem to want to behave, but that is Blood Bowl. Dude, that is Blood Bowl. Anyway, this is the nearly finished test model for my ogres. I've settled on a construction, or more like demolition crew vibe. The shorts have attempted to simulate a denim look, which I think has worked to mixed success and needs some fine tuning, but overall I'm pretty happy with the striking look. The bright neon reflector stripes really pop, and I've been experimenting with the weathering effects as seen on the painted metal armor and such. Any criticisms would be appreciated, and wish me luck in the coming weeks. Thanks again, Andrew. So Andrew, this came through on August 17th, so I'm hoping that we will have an update. That was 2 weeks ago, so I'm hoping that as we're catching up, we're going to come across the update for your Underworld team. In the meantime, I think you've pulled off the denim shorts beautifully. There you go. There's a compliment for you. The high-vis pops. The wear and tear on the armor's great. The denim works, man. That is a really good way to do it. Like, using that faded look on top absolutely is brilliant. That high-vis yellow is just... that high-vis yellow is absolutely awesome. Actually, when you get a chance, let me know how you've managed to achieve that. That is very good. As a compliance manager, that is a very useful colour. That's brilliant. Next up, we've got Sebastian. Hey, Ben. Attach some pictures of my Chaos All-Stars team I eventually finished painting. Looking forward to playing it during the season in the league we are running locally. Regards, Sebastian. Man, this is wicked. So you've got the classic scheme with the flames and everything. Absolutely brilliant. And you've got the snake head guy in there. Right, so great Dark Elf, great Goblin, seriously great Skaven. So taken alignment, replaced, added another head, sculpted the fur, 2 heads Skaven. Dodging around on a 2+ is a brilliant position. I love the way you've got the clear bases. You don't see that too often because it can be quite tricky to pull off, but that's wicked. So Morg for the Ogre, love that. Classic Troll, excellent work on the face there. Beautiful eye work. And same for this Minotaur, which is an absolute monster of a miniature. I can't believe I don't have that guy. Just reminds me of Jason Statham a bit, which is probably good for the Minotaur. I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure he's a better actor. Anyway, that is looking absolutely brilliant, Sebastian. I do love the classic colour schemes. Christian Von Bonin. Hey, Ben. It's been a while. Got back into the hobby after a nice summer vacation, and here are some new whips. The first one is an Imperial Nobility Ogre for my just-invented Stirland Kill Harmonics team. Nice. I wanted him to have armour better suiting a civilized ogre who can sign his own contract and will fit in well with the rest of the team. Let's see. We got this on screen. Yes, we have. Like, look. So, Christian's sculpting the armour here on the front to go very much along with the nobility team, which is brilliant. I love the wig look to him. It looks very like a dude from the Patriot. Okay, so what's that? The 18th century look. It's really good and really befits the team. Excellent job on the pantaloons there as well with the puffy trousers. That is going to look absolutely brilliant when it's finished. And this is very cool too. The next picture of it is a true whip of my 2 Wraith knocked down markers. They're painted in oil, so very experimental for me at least. Dude, that fade is absolutely awesome. This here with the red into the dark. And also the glow in the face. That is really excellent work there. And a very cool thing to do for tricky models as well when you've got those knockdown things. Hope to finish. More stuff soon. Keep up the great work. Best regards, Christian. Thank you very much for sharing. We've got Eugene back. Hey, Ben. I hope this finds you and everybody else doing well. I just wanted to share the painted foodstuffs for the halfling bases I've been working on, the special balls and team markers as well. You were right about the next project being a long overdue orc team. Actually back from the 2016 box. Been primed for years, waiting patiently. Was experimenting with different skin tones. I really like the blue. What are your thoughts? Cool to try stuff out on a smaller 7s team. Yeah, I mean, 7s is a great way to try different techniques. Ben had this last year, before the apocalypse. We did Hangover Bowl. And he had a Nurgle Orc hybrid 7s team. And used it as an opportunity to try loads of verdigris and like dirty Nurgle painting stuff. And it came out beautifully. It was awesome. And inspired by your dream team advice for Skaven. Oh, I love Skaven. I've also started a converted Rat Ogre. Hopefully this makes my team last a little longer. Genuinely will, unless he starts pounding your own linemen. But, I mean, most of them will end up being journeymen anyway. Thanks for your great content and encouragement. WIP Wednesday has become a really fun highlight. Love seeing everyone's work and paint scheme ideas. And a massive thank you. Big thank you to everybody. Eugene just looks absolutely brilliant. Look at the food stuff. So this is just absolutely excellent. I love the highlighting. I mean, I'm not going to lie, some of the sausages are a bit suspect at a first glance. But, I mean, great work on the sandwich as well. And the fact that all this food stuff just looks really wicked. And we've got the Rat Ogre. We've got a lovely skink there as well. Beautiful painting. Excellent edge highlighting. I mean, excellent work painting the little tokens. I am terrible at actually painting the tokens. And here we go. We got the orcs. I was, like, proper... a classic when it came to the orc skin tones, but now we've seen so many good works of like flesh tone. Blue here looks excellent, like, and red. It just looks brilliant. I think more variety is excellent, and I think involving it in the team like that is brilliant. So I really liked it. If I had to pick between these two, I mean, I like the blue. It's very fantasy, but this, I mean, what is that? Is that Bugman's Bugman's colour? I don't know. It works really well. That's the great thing about orcs, because they're kind of cartoon featured. The different skin tones just always work brilliantly. Right, here we go. This is pretty sweet. So thank you very much for sharing, Aaron. This is amazing. Bersky. Hi, Ben. As promised, here's my converted pump wagon. Not sure exactly what I've made here. Maybe a custom style player Merc, but it's crazy. I love it, and I'd like to know what you all think about it. Look, dude, pump wagons are insane. They are ridiculous. I've also lost mine. Oh, they're there. I mean, this is wicked. You got the squig. I love the movement that you've caught here. Look at this with one wheel up. It's just absolutely brilliant. Excellent work there with the stick in front as well, from the just like the stick and carrot element. Banner goes beautifully with it. Get a couple of snotling riders on there, or a goblin or something, and you're absolutely rocking it. I recommend this as your ball and chain, and when, not if, but when the ball and chain star player comes back. I've forgotten his name. He's been gone so long now. Sorry, Fungus the Loon. This is a great model for that. So great model for a pump wagon. Great model to use in your goblin team as a fanatic or as a star player, because that is brilliant. The movement's excellent. I just love it. Bersky, that's absolutely genius. Next up, we've got Gareth. Hey, Ben, loving the content. It's inspired me to start Blood Bowl. Excellent, Gareth. Welcome to the best tabletop game. This is my first team, the Crumbletown Death Stars. That is a cool name. I've even persuaded my 14-year-old daughter to play as well. She's plumped for Lizardman. Hoping to get some games in soon. Keep up the good work, Gareth from sunny Essex. I'm glad it's sunny in Essex. It's medium here. Right, this is looking wicked. I love the bold scheme, and I really do like that pale blue flesh of undead. Excellent glow in the eyes on the mummy as well. That is a vibrant team. It looks wicked. And you know what? You've got some great little edge highlighting there as well. Look at the white shoulder pad over here. Enhance. Here we go. Where's my screen? Up there. Look at this. Look at the edge highlighting on the white. That shading is beautiful. I don't know if that's contrast doing its thing, or whether you've pulled out something beautiful. But hey, you know me. I love a good orange, and that is a great fade on that. Next up, we've got the Resident Dwarf, Graham. Hey, Ben, I may be too late, but I finished the new Gremlin Hatriots. Superb. This week, I've also converted it. Right, we're going to come back to that. Right, let's have a look at the team first, because this is looking wicked. So, Graham has just been absolutely smashing out Blood Bowl teams. It feels like once a fortnight. What have we seen? We've seen the Necro team. We've seen the Snotlings team. And this is brilliant. The bold white schemes there. The bold white, the bold red, the bold... It is brilliant. Definitely conveys that Patriots theme, and just it looks brilliant. Every one of your teams, Graham, is just looking better and better and better. Some excellent edge highlights on there as well, and good work making the eyes pop. The team is fantastic. That is wicked. I love a good Black Orc team, but no, that is a solid paint scheme. I do like the halved like bits, so like the armor here. It's very sporty, and it actually works out really, really well. This is wicked. I mean, I'm really impressed. That is a very good colour scheme. It's very bright, very bold, very unique. And that's going to pop on the tabletop, which is the goal, isn't it? This week, I've also converted a female dwarf from Reaper Miniatures to be my apothecary in the upcoming league. Right, terrifying that she has a drill. Removed both of her hands and used a dwarf warrior tankard hand and a Caradron hand with pistol and added the drill bit on the end. That's genius. So may I introduce the dwarf apothecary, Martha Twin Peaks. Nice. Former barmaid turned medical practitioner and former Miss Barack Var 2491. Armed with all manner of tools from pincers and pliers to saws and drills for drilling through bones to insert pins in prosthetic limbs, as well as drilling into the patient's temple to relieve pressure on the brain. I don't feel like this apothecary is going to roll very highly for you. Luckily, the Barack Var Brew Kings rarely need serious treatment due to their thick skulls, and Martha usually finds that a medicinal ale snuggled against her bosom usually sees her lads fighting fit and ready to play on. That is wicked, absolutely brilliant stuff. There's a great conversion, and then I think, if I remember correctly, we've got it finished up there, which is really, really, really cool. That drill bit is inspired. An excellent job with the hand swaps, actually. That's been pulled off really well. We've got a little bit more from Graham here. Hey Ben, couldn't remember if I shared this already, but here's my mini-me to represent Boric Grumbaki on the sidelines, shouting at the ref and picking off annoying goblins in the crowd with my pistol. Converted from an old Games Workshop Thunderer standard bearer and made the tankard from green stuff. Nice work. Right, For my 1.1 million team, 2 Slayers, 2 Blitzers, 2 Runners, 6 Blockers, Apothecary, Assistant Coach, 2 rerolls. Interesting. An Apothecary plus 12 players with 2 rerolls. That's interesting. I would have been more inclined to go with either dropping the Apothecary, maybe, or just player 12 and taking the 3rd reroll. But however, you are much better at dwarves than I am, so that's good to know. I like looking at different rosters. It's a good way to put it off. Next up, we've got Grollocks. Hey there, long time listener, first time caller. Welcome to the party, Grollocks. I bought my first Blood Bowl team a week and a half ago and just finished up painting my starting 11. Meet the Pink Street Chubby Chasers, because they are chubby and are always chasing the lead. Featuring the most beautiful woman in Blood Bowl, number 1, Chantel. Hopefully they get a run on the pitch soon, because Grollocks is ready. Keep up the great work from Grollocks. Grollocks smash. This is beautiful, okay? Now we're going to look at the team first. Then I'm going to come to the stuff in the background, because I see some cool things here. Right, Chantel, obviously beautiful. Like, just the most beautiful. This is brilliantly done. Right, I love the bright blue and pink. Like, that hot pink is appropriate for a team full of hot stuff. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, I love the ogres sitting in the background, right? Great work with the variation of skin tones, and those flowers are just absolutely awesome. And the fact that the ogre champion has got like all the different colours, that is brilliant. Now, the team looks great. Excellent shading and excellent colour scheme. Just superb, Grollocks. Get them to the pitch. Good stuff. I really like that. What do we got? We've got Davin Perry. How we doing? I hope this message finds you all healthy, wealthy and wise. Healthy? I'll take. This week I painted some Moonshine Shinobi from Malifaux and some Dwarf Secret Weapons from Grebo. The blue and green scheme is what I'm planning to use on my OWA team. Right. This model is amazing. These dwarves are amazing. So we've got the chainsaw, we've got the death roller, and these guys must be the Moonshine Shinobi from Malifaux. Are you running them in your OWA team? Can you take 3 halflings in OWA? Or did OWA get a bit... Can't remember. Anyway, that is cool. I love the scheme, and the model is just superb, isn't it? Davin, that is wicked. Thank you very much for sharing. Well, we've seen these guys before, actually. So this is the bunny team. Oh man, I can't remember. This is the bunny team. Where are you? I've lost the text in the email. Here we go. Hello, here's an update to the rabbits I sent last week. The team has throwers, blitzers, runners / catchers, linemen, and 1 scaled up blitzer to be the rabbit ogre. I included a couple of side-by-side shots with my Spanish conquistadors from last month for size comparisons. Oh, and of course my little murderous bunny acorn proxy. Love the channel, can't wait to see your matches again. Aquilino. My friends call me Rick. I'm going to call you Rick. I hope that's okay, Rick. I can get Rick right. It's 1 syllable. Right, these dwarves? They are not dwarves. They are hench rabbits, and they are brilliant. So this is a 3D printed team. Excellently put together, and it works brilliantly. So you've got all the different positionals. The paint job's brilliant, by the way. I like this. They've got a variety of different sort of shapes and sizes as well, which is brilliant to see. It's got to be the blitzer. Loving the armor, loving the paint job on the armor as well. The paint job is lovely, but the armor work there is really good. Excellent fade up, but also delineating these squares. And the little sun in the middle as well is pretty good too. Right, so size-wise, this is the excellent Conquistador team, which I'm trying hard not to look at too much because that is an excellent Conquistador team. Size-wise, they line up brilliantly. The nobility are a little bit on the small side. They're, I don't know. If the Wood Elves are 90% scale, the nobility I feel like a 95%. Wicked pair of ogres. This guy is massive. That's excellent to see. He's going to stand out a treat. Rick, thank you so much for sharing. That is very cool. I'm looking forward to your next project, actually. You're 2 for 2 now, man. Michael Thompson. Hello, good to see you all back in action. I've been madly starting everything and finishing nothing. That is the only way. That is the WIP Wednesday. It's why it's work in progress. Not finished Wednesday. Finished Friday, maybe, but I don't think we'd have enough content, except for Rick. Having begun my Grebo Goblins, then Vortice Tomb Kings. Ooh, I love the Vortice Tomb Kings. But I settled on Punga Virates. It's a job I might actually finish. And vampires are pretty hot right now. I picked a colour scheme that I can get away with given my ability, and I've been inspired by a game that used to exist to paint black and white with splashes of red. Max? What is it? I can't remember the game. I know the game. Everything you see was done with 3 paint pots: Null Oil, Black Templar, and Flesh Tearers Red. Hopefully it's effective. Well, you've got the noir look down. Once I've finished the whole lot, they'll be based on Charlie Victor's heavy metal bases. They're lush, aren't they? Classic black with red base rings for vamps and grey for thralls. Carry on the good work, Mick. Talking of good work, let's see the rest of the team. Oh, that's brilliant, isn't it? That undertone of red. It's washed out. It works well. Hilariously, that guy looks like Craig, which is amazing. That is actually amazing. I'll have to send him that later. That's going to go down brilliantly in the group chat. Bless him. That is a very clever way to paint. Fiddly as well, but that's come out beautifully. That is excellent. I really like that. Really like that. Thank you very much. Next up, we've got Casey. Now, we saw this last week, and I bought the dudes last week, and they're sitting over there in the pile, and I'll be building them later. Ready for Warcry week next week. Hi guys, here's some more progress on my Shadow Stalkers. The blades were a lot of fun. They really pop off the purple. I talked about the purple in last week's WIP Wednesday. If you happen to read then, I won't go about the process here, but we're getting very close. Very close. So I will be ripping off this paint scheme because it is lush. The drow skin versus the pop of the blades, but in particular is this guy here who's dual wielding those crossbows. It's just so good. This is just a wicked painting project, and Casey is absolutely smashing it. It looks fantastic. Now for something extra retro and extra special, which is amusing given that it's from Rick again. So there was me saying I can't wait to see your next project. Rick has not disappointed. Right, wicked. Hey Ben, just thought I'd share a sneak peek of my next project. I'm a sucker for 80s nostalgia. Dude, I think you'd fit in well in our group. So when I saw some STLs that ain't afraid of no ghosts, I knew I had to make them work for Blood Bowl somehow. I'm thinking of running these guys as Black Orcs. The proton packs on the main crew blockers should represent grab fairly well. That's interesting. That's good. The Slimers will be the stunty, dodgy goblins. And finally, the Team Troll will be represented by the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man himself. I think the idea of Stay Puffed spewing molten marshmallow should represent the Troll's vomit ability very well. I love the idea of Stay Puffed picking up and absolutely tossing a Slimer down the pitch for a one-turn touchdown. Ugh. I found the logos and Ecto ones for reroll markers. Oh, and turn scoring tokens as well. I can't wait to get these painted up to share with you. Thank you and keep up the great work, Rick. Dude, that is just genius. Now, when I saw this, I thought maybe you're running them as vampires. But, I mean, this is wonderful. Like, you've got the guys, you've got the Stay Puft there. They will fit on 32s. This is going to look phenomenally good. And you get some bright pop and you'll be well to go. This is excellent. Like, just the tokens as well. That's absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to see this. I need no more projects. No more projects. I've got the blooming Warcry box here as well for my next project. So let's not do that. But this is so cool. Now, before we go on, I just want to say I did get this from my local friendly gaming store in Toyment. So if you've got an FLGS, please support them. If you don't, then please support mine because they look after the podcast and they do good stuff for us. Anyway, we've got some more good stuff here, and it's Stu. Hey Ben, the Furious Mummies of the Hittish Museum are now completed, along with their coach Queen Vic. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, stay tuned. That's wicked. They're hoping to. That's amazing. They're hoping to take the pitches by storm this autumn. If I can face a whole league of failing to pick up the ball on a 4+ with sure hands. Yeah, that's a challenge. Hope you're well, and your car and 3D printer troubles are behind you. The car is good. I rage bought a second printer, and it's the best thing. It's the best thing. Keep up the good work, Stu. Dude, this is fantastic. So this team looks beautiful. Excellent work on the gold and the clashing with the red and the blue and getting the highlight of the red and the blue. Excellent work on the eyes as well for the Ushabti. Absolutely sweet. And these guys are magic. Like, Punga do such good models, but you have finished them off to a superb standard. The team is flipping awesome, but the coach is this, everybody, is Queen Vic, and that's amazing. We've got a steampunk queen who is the coach of this undead team, and it's just amazing. Absolutely brilliant. I love that model so much. Now the team finishes off beautifully. Do we have a group shot? We do. This just makes me want to run Khemri, and I really cannot wait to get my hand. I mean, I've got the Vortice ones. At some point, Punga are probably going to put these out as STLs, and then I will print my own team. By then, Games Workshop may have had another team, but this is awesome. Like Stu, that is absolutely brilliant. That's one of the best executed Tomb Kings teams I've ever seen. Even down to the different shading on the sand. That makes it look extra real. Beautiful job. Oh, wow. Oh, Oscar, what have you been up to? Hey, Ben, I hope you're well, and the wedding stuff is going to plan. Congratulations in advance. Thank you very much. 6 weeks to go. Spent last week looking at the marquees and everything and the decorations. It's so excited. We're having a donut tower instead of a big cake, and I am so happy about it. Tiff is so happy about it. Hopefully our guests will be so happy about it, because, come on, you never really get the wedding cake, but you can have multiple donuts, and we're thinking that this is a much better plan. I felt that I needed a bit of a palette cleanser from all the stripes on the Chaos Halflings. You did right. The stripes, fine, but don't forget how well you did the clock. The little, you inspired other people, and that was wicked to see. I decided to take the leap and try out non-metallic metal. I watched a lot of YouTube tutorials and then got to work on this cool little goblin guy I got from Lux Thantor Miniatures. I thought it turned out pretty good and kept going on the scroll half height from Grebo. I think I'm going to enter them into some painting competitions just for fun. Thanks for all the great content as ever, Oscar. Oscar, this is superb. Absolutely brilliant. I don't know what tutorials you've been watching, but you have absolutely smashed it. This is, I know I feel like I mention this every episode, but this is like, I paint the models. I let the paint do most of the work. We use shading, we use contrasts, and we use inks, and it just does the stuff mixed with dry brushing, and it get the 3D stuff, kind of paints itself. This is painting on a miniature, and that is next level. And Oscar, you have done a superb job, and drumroll please, got even better with the gold. I can't even contemplate how much time that must take. This is a great model, but that gold is some of the best work I've seen, Oscar. That is really fantastic. This is the kind of thing that gets me really inspired to try new things, and then instead I buy new things instead. But Oscar, you are absolutely smashing it. This guy is going to look absolutely incredible. Superb work. Oh, we've got more superb work here now. Eugene is back with the chaoslings. I love this team. I hope this finds you and the WIP Wednesday crew all well. Car trouble is the worst. Hope it's all sorted out. And the Bonehead dwarf roller rolling. Yep. I don't want to call it the death roller, actually. If you're driving in the death roller, that doesn't sound good. Anyway, dwarf roller, good choice. Finished my halfling team, the Punchinella Supper Club Sevens team. Friends are keen to play and squash them already. Dude, you know it. If you've seen Seven Super Series, you know it. Halflings are sneaky good in sevens, so your friends, that's bait, and I approve. I really enjoyed painting them. Thanks for all the encouragement. It's been great motivation. A big thanks to you and everyone. Also included a photo of the new WIP Orc Sevens team and Rat Ogre. Cheers, Eugene. Right, this team has come out beautifully. I love the golems. I know you were going for like a scrap heap metal kind of vibe. It's been brilliantly executed across the team. I love you've got Acorn in there as well. Excellently executed, and this team is going to be sneaky good in sevens. You can do it. It's just so good. Excellent work on the faces. Everybody's leveling up brilliantly, and it's great to see. Like, so good to see, actually. This is just wonderful. Right, here we go. We've got the sevens team on the go here, and it looks like we've got more orc skin variations, and I am so pro that right now. I think it's a great way to kind of expand your painting style in orcs. It makes them just more characterful. I think it's a great shout. Do I have any orcs to do? I've got the Age of Sigmar guys. I don't know, I'm kind of going for like a human-y look to them. I'm going to try out that kind of, going to go green and flesh, kind of similar to this guy on the left. Anyway, that is looking wicked. Excellent work with the Rat Ogre in the background. You can't beat a Rat Ogre. But yeah, I mean, this is this is it. This looks great. That grey skin tone there looks good as well. I'm going to go for the kind of drow effect with the Warcry band. So that's really, really, really cool. Oh my. Magnus. Hi Ben, hope all is well with you and the Bonehead crew. Absolutely loving WIP Wednesday vids. It's great to see what stuff the community is kicking up, and it's kicking up some great stuff. Unfortunately, no Blood Bowl related content from me today, as I took a little/big palette cleanser from the Tropic Thunder's Black Orc team, which I'm sure you remember was awesome, to paint up a great unclean one as a display centerpiece for my Death Guard army. Oh, I didn't realize that the great unclean one was a big deal in 40k, should we say. Kind of a big deal. Really wanted to test myself with skin work and layering. I think you passed. After around a month and a half of fully dedicating my hobby time to this smelly behemoth, I'm so happy with how it's turned out. I've also found that if you want a great green liquid ooze or pool, a few drops of moot green mixed in with Vallejo acrylic water texture and put in a dropper bottle works wonders for basing. That's very cool. All the best and many thanks for all the amazing videos. Keep up the great work, Magnus. Now, this is an absolute work of terror and art at the same time. So let's have a little bit of a closer look at the skin. That is a terrifying face, isn't it? But look at this. Look at the layers. Look at the level of work that's gone through. You can kind of see it here, all the different flesh tones that it's been built up. And that is a real testament to your patience and your execution. But as you can see from some of the other photos, there's a ton of great detail on the base, on the model. But look at the level of, again, layering there on that green. The skin is fantastic, and this is what works so well with Nurgle. That khaki green, right? The color of old combat trousers just works so well along with all the other bits and pieces. Now look at the open wounds. Oh, there's the slime. I think we've got some other pictures of the slime. That slime's worked really well. So if you're thinking Nurgle or Underworld or Skaven, that is probably a really good tip for basing them. But look at the open wounds here. I'm assuming you've used some kind of varnish, because that is truly terrifying, but also brilliantly executed. The face is superb. Again, the layering there. It's just, I'm not surprised it's taken you a month and a half. I do love the little Nurglings. They're just awesome. I like the way you've gone with the skin instead of a green vibe with this guy. But look at that. I mean, the open wound and the layering is just absolutely phenomenal. And that's worked really well. So a couple of drops of moot green in that resin. I think that's got to be done. I think that's really got to be done. That is absolutely brilliant, Magnus. Next up, we've got some more stuff from Jack. Hey Ben, finally finished one Ulf Warrior and a Berserker. Really happy with the frost effect and gold trim, just the base left to do, with some more snow effect. Though you can't see it pictured, the blue from the raised areas in the Berserker glow in the dark. Oh, wicked. The team I've settled with is the Fur Boys. Like it. Hope the car is running better this week. Really missed WIP Wednesday last week, but just meant time. I had to catch up on some of the old podcasts. Keep up the great videos. Jack, no problem, man. Thank you very much. That is cool. I love that glows in the dark. See if you can get a photo of that, because that's just worth showing off. I mean, I love this colour scheme. That blue, it's like the old Space Wolves blue. It's just excellent. It goes really well with the gold. We've seen you build this team up with these Ulf Warriors looking absolutely pro. Some snow effects there. Good work on the eyes. Eyes are tricky. No, I love the gold trim effect as well. And that is going to look absolutely pro. Right, this was very cool as well. So, Ryan, hey Ben, really hoping I'm not too late to make the cut for Ogrest. It's always Ogrest, really. I've been working hard on painting these guys up and playing them. Currently 1 win, 1 loss. Dude, that's great for Ogres. But racking up a total of 8 casualties versus orcs and undead. Nice. Long-time listener of the podcast and YouTube channel. Love your stuff. Keep up the great work, and may Nuffle bless you. Cheers, Ryan. Cheers, Ryan. Appreciate it. Right, let's have a look. Again, we're seeing some different skin tones. These guys look... and that's kind of like an undead ogre vibe. Now, I love the black and orange. Now, I know it's the stripe effect there, where you've got the damage in there as well. That's been pulled off brilliantly. That is proper sports. Really good. Love the different skin tones you've got going on there. And again, here we go. You've got that stripe with the damage. Excellent damage on the vambrace as well. And on the gut plate. This team is really well pulled off. Ah, poor Nobblers. Nobblers are definitely the house elves of Blood Bowl, and there he is. This guy is just putting off the Dobby vibes. Absolutely wicked. They just look so good with orange, and I do I really like the skin tones, but for me, that damage you've got there, the work you put into pulling off the stripes and then damaging it on top, and you've got some bits there as well with the helmet. That's excellent. That kind of paint chipping effect, that's really good. Really, really, really good stuff. And next up, we've got Terrell. How you doing? Hey, Ben. Sorry for no pictures last week or two. That's okay. We've almost caught up. It probably sent loads now. Here is my newest team, but of course, as soon as I'm done printing it, Punga teases better looking Chaos Dwarfs. Hey, you can have 2 Chaos Dwarf teams. This one is a bit of a mix and match. The Bull Centaurs and the Chorf arms are from Hungry Troll, and Hathark and the Chorf bodies and heads are from Lost Kingdom. The Hobgoblins and Rashnak Backstabber are from this month's Artisan Guild pack. Artisan Guild doing a ton of work at the moment. I know one Bull Centaur is missing a hand. It failed, then I forgot to scale it next. I forgot to mirror it. Next time I'll get it right. But such is the life of 3D printing. Yes, it is. Thanks again for all you do for the hobby. I can't say that enough. Terrell, thank you for sharing and for supporting. Right. The Chorf arms are from Hungry Troll. Chorf bodies are from Lost Kingdom. Damn, they're good. They're really good. As are the... What is this? This is... Bull Centaurs and Chorf arms are from Hungry Troll. That guy is awesome. That guy is really awesome. Hobgoblins and Rashnak. Hathark are from Lost Kingdom. Ooh. Ooh, I'm going to have to go look at Lost Kingdom. I'm in the market for a Chorf team. I know Punga are spoiling some stuff, and there's definitely going to be a Kickstarter worth backing. Ah, it's looking cool. The team looks great. I do not stop. These guys are great as well. They've got a very Pathfinder vibe to them, and that's got to be Artisan Guild, hasn't it? The Hobgoblins are from Artisans Guild. Yeah, they've got that spiky hair kind of anime look, and I think it's brilliant. In fact, I was shopping for STLs earlier, and in my basket I've got a couple of Artisan Guild pieces because they've just got that jazzy vibe to them. What have we got? There's some great goblins actually, because they kind of look like Ben and I were talking Artisan Guild. There we go, talking about like Knowles and kobolds, and how I'd love to see a D&D team with an owlbear as a big guy, Knowles as like chaos as black orcs, and then kobolds as goblins. I think would be a great black orc team. Terrell, this is looking wicked. I am very much excited to see how this goes, and there's nothing wrong with having 2 Chaos Dwarf teams. Absolutely fantastic. I believe that is all we've got time for today. I'm afraid we are nearly caught up. We've got less than 20 emails to go, and that means next week we should be able to put it back around and be back on track. However, keep submitting your stuff. Send us an email, theboneheadpodcast@gmail.com. Let's see what you're working on. I'm hoping that next week I can show you actually painted miniatures, and obviously trying to do a different channel as well for non-Blood Bowl things. So you'll see some Warcry and some Age of Sigmar content on there, because I don't want to spoil the Blood Bowl ethos we've got here, but it is good fun. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you so much for sharing all your hobby delights. There's some terrifyingly inspiring stuff here, and I absolutely love it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. We'll be back soon with more Blood Bowl content. Happy painting. Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to help support the channel even further, please like and subscribe, or come join us on our Patreon. We have early access to content. We get loads of feedback from you guys, and we try and do competitions as much as we can. Or you can get yourself some Bonehead Podcast merch on our Spreadshirt site. So if you want to support a team, especially for the Bonehead Championship, you can pick up a shirt, a mug, things like that. It all helps support the channel, and we really appreciate it. Anyway, links below. Thank you very much. Happy blocking.